Welcome, fellow dairy farmers. Today I'm going to show you how we lay out some hose and pump some poo. My name is Bruce, and most farmers drive tractors, but I drive a wheelchair. My family is sixth generation dairy farmers here in Wisconsin. My great-great-great-grandfather came from Germany in 1849 to start farming in Wisconsin. We are the proud caretaker of 1,200 Holstein cows. Here we're rolling out some hose starting at the pit, and we're going to lay several lines of hose back and forth so that we can pull it under the highway. I'll show you that in a minute. The hose reel is driven by the tractor, so it's powered, and you just time the hose with the tractor speed so you lay it out evenly. This portion is speeded up. We don't go that fast. Here we're disconnecting the hose, and this is the portion of the hose we will pull under the highway. The rest of the hose left on the reel we will pull over to the other side of the road and hook it back up once we drag this hose through the culvert under the highway. The hose reel is reversible, so you can wind or unwind the hose. To get the hose through the culvert, we first push a rope under the highway through the culvert with a long piece of light pipe. We then tie the rope to the end of the hose, and we pull the rope with the Kubota. And you can see here, it drags the hose through the culvert. We have to take several passes at this time because we couldn't pull the hose up the hill with the Kubota. Oh crap, that hose is really heavy. You can see here it's tough to drag it by hand. You really need to hook it up to either the Kubota or a tractor to pull it very far at all. We're just hooking it up to drag it the rest of the way through the culvert and across the field. We lay the hose across our neighbor's heifer pasture, and the heifers get really excited and are curious to know what we're doing out there. We lay the hose out across the field, and it's unrolled flat off of the hose reel. We drive the Kubota on it to press it down to keep it from moving around if we go around corners and things like that. It just keeps us from dragging the hose and putting undue strain on it. The weight of the Kubota does not hurt the hose. It is very tough. Here's one example of how we lay the hose out. We've laid it through one culvert here, and then we lay it across the field, and eventually it will get over to the other highway that I showed you where we pulled it under before. We can lay out about a mile worth of hose and pump the manure that far. Here you see the pumping apparatus, and we use the same pump that we use when we haul with the dumpster, and the air compressor was sitting there. We use that to blow the hose out every night, and it's just we pump out of the pit into this high pressure pump, and this pump will move the manure up to a half a mile away. Anything over a half a mile, we need to use an auxiliary pump in the middle. It is so much more economical to pump through the hose than to haul the manure with the trucks. I wish we had all of our fields within a mile of our farm, but unfortunately that is not the case. So we pump as much as we can, as close to home as possible. Thank you for watching, and please hit the subscribe and the like buttons, and I will see you next video.